Now from the home of the Rays, you get a look there at Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg. Tonight it's the first of 4 between the Oakland A's and the Tampa Bay Rays. Rays baseball is next. Nate Eovaldi gets the ball for the Rays in this one. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, Matt, he's had good success against left-handed hitters, hitting under 250 against him. When you're having that kind of success against the left-handers, you're going to be in a lot of games.
Here's Rajay Davis now. He is, of course, a guy to be wary of if he gets on base. His stolen base total leads the ball club. And the first pitch of the night here is looked at for ball 1, and we are underway in Tampa. And Harold, as we take a look at the Rays entering play here tonight, they're on a nice little run, winners of 4 of their last 5 ball games.
Yeah, Matt, they won the game last night, and I talked to the manager earlier, and he just said, you know, we executed, and if we can do that, we'll be a consistent team, and we'll win games.
Davis waits on the 1-1. And there's ball 2 now.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
Called strike 2 as he locks him up there.
That curveball just froze him. That's one of those big curveballs you're expecting to go start at you like this one did and break all the way down to the bottom of the plate. But this one didn't get that big break away, and it froze him.
And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
That was kind of a gift to the hitter. He's up there probably thinking of protecting on 2-2, but when you launch a ball that high out of the strike zone, it's obviously easy to take that one.
Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. The payoff pitch one more time. Hit back toward the mound. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Well, that's a great first at bat of the game, and I know it's not just because of the single, but he got it on 3-2. You get a chance to see all his pitches, make him work, get deep in the count, and get a base hit. Man, your teammates are loving you right now.
Here's Trevor Plouffe standing in. And this is a good-looking matchup for him here. As you can see, he's hit lefties quite a bit better than he has right-handers this season. First offering on its way. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Mano-a-mano against Nate Eovaldi. A 3-for-12 line. He also has 1 home run. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes is Mr. Earl Hendricks.
Yeah, Matt, Hendricks is another one of those well-respected umpires. Some say he favors one side of the plate from time to time, but most of the time it's not very noticeable.
And there goes Davis. A pitch out. The throw. Not in time as he's able to thwart the pitch out.
Well, I think he's making it pretty obvious why he's batting leadoff, isn't he? Works his way on base to start the game and then does even better by swiping second to put himself into scoring position. He's trying to make an impact from the get-go in this one.
Here it comes on 1-1. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last 3 pitches. The book on him is that he hits the away pitch pretty well, and he just saw 3 in a row out there.
So does he go back out there again?
No, Matt, I expect him to mix it up. Most catchers won't call for the same location over and over and over.
Two balls and a strike. Here it is. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
That fastball right there will humble you. He threw it right by him. So now what do? You spread out, you use your hands, and try to be as quick as you can when you see that ball get released out of his hand.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
Well, we're playing cat and mouse already in the first inning. Look, I know it's a 3-ball count, but I don't think he's pitching around him because look at the on-deck circle. That guy's a pretty good hitter, too.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Souza is under it. He makes the play. Runner tags and hits for third. And the throw from right will not be in time as he takes third on the flyout. And here's a shot of the Athletics starting lineup for this one. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Look, Matt, everybody should be looking at the guy in the 3 spot. He's coming off a month where he had double-digit totals in home runs. If you're looking at one category and you like the long ball, this is the guy to watch. One of the best power threats in the game right now.
Here's Chris Davis now. First trip to the plate for him in this one, and it's a good RBI spot, too. Leadoff man at third with 1 down. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
No, that's
Ball 1.
Ball.
Here comes the 1-0. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at. Has a look. Now the pitch. And this is in the air down the left field line and into foul territory. Weeks has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. And he'll think better of trying to score as he holds it third with 2 away now.
Shortstop, Marcus Semien.
Standing in, Marcus Semien. It was a 2-for-4 effort for him in Wednesday's game. Right there for strike 1.
Pretty good pitch to hit there that he let go. I know it's early and they're probably wanting to run his pitch count up, but he may not get another pitch like that to swing at the rest of the game.
Now the 0-1. That was a curveball that never really broke, stayed high.
Never fun to see a pitch come up and in, but obviously not being a fastball, he didn't mean anything by it.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And this will be fouled away. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Chop foul over towards the dugout.
Oh, he might have got away with one. 2-strike breaking ball that ended up being in the zone. I think he probably wanted that out of the zone, but fortunately, he just fouled it off.
He'll try again. 1-2. And a slider is way low, but a good job there to knock this one down. 2 outs here with a runner at third. Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. 1 left for Oakland. And now the Rays will get their first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. Jesse Hahn will be on the mound for the series opener. What do you have for us on him, H?
Well, Matt, when I look at his pitching line, the thing I look at is his whip. He's just below league average, so he's not allowing a lot of traffic on the base paths, and he's keeping his team in the games. If he gets a big break early on, he may run away with it, hold on to the lead, and win this game.
Now at the plate, Matt Duffy.
And
He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Shortstop, Matt Duffy.
And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. And Harold, this Oakland ball club entering play here tonight. They come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Well, man, I don't know what we're going to get from these guys today. This is the most difficult game, that cross-country trip, and you play the first game on the road. I don't know if they'll be tired or if they got their rest. We'll see how it plays out.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. Now a moment here in St. Pete for a glance at the Rays starting lineup. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, Matt, I think the guy to watch is Matt Duffy, the Duff Man. He had a 4-hit game his last game, and I love the fact that he's covering everything. Anything you throw up there, he's right on it.
Now to the plate, Brad Miller comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. First pitch on its way. And he lays off there 1-0.
1-0.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Line drive snagged on a short hop. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Batting third.
Oh, man, you can't hit a ball any harder than that. I mean, this ball gets on him in a heartbeat. Nice job to stay with it, though, and then make the out at first.
Stepping up to the plate, Corey Dickerson. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. Sent on the ground out to second. Rosales fields it cleanly. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Rays. We are still scoreless. So now it's Mark Canha. And as you can tell easily from the splits, he's really struggled away from their home ballpark. First offering on its way. And that misses for ball 1.
That's the kind of pitch that reminds me of many reasons why I wasn't a very good hitter. This thing was inside and coming in hot, and he just gave a stone-cold take. I'm bailing out of the way if I'm in the box, no doubt about it.
Fouled back.
He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing 2 fastballs now in a row.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
Everybody knows he's got that fastball up in the hundreds. Man, you just got to get yourself ready to let it fly. Get your hands through the zone as quick as you can.
Now here's the pitch. And here's a ball lifted back toward the stands in right, so we'll try it again at 1-2.
I like the pitch right there. 2-strike fastball out of the zone, see if he'll chase. I'd go even further out this time, see if he chases it again.
That misses, and we're even at 2-2. Here's the pitch on 2-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going.
Well, he got a piece of that breaking ball right there. That's the second one he's seen in a row now, and he fouled that one off. Let's see if he comes back with a third one. 3 in a row.
And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
All right, time for the majestic defensive alignment for the Rays. And behind the plate is Wilson Ramos. Great hands, quick feet. He's really becoming one of the best catchers in the league right now. Defensively, that is.
Into the box now, Adam Rosales. It was an 0 for 4 effort for him in Wednesday's ball game. First pitch coming, here it is. And that one stayed too low apparently. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. A high fastball is in there.
Frozen with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. The 1-2 pitch. Again, he sends it out of play.
Well, when you're hitting with 2 strikes, you're just in battle mode. Right there, he gets a breaking ball. He just fouled it off. Got a piece of it and stays alive.
And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2.
For me, check swings are right there next to bang-bang plays at first as the most difficult calls for an ump to make. Taking a look at show motion, the batter doesn't appear to hold up enough, so I think the call was right.
So coming to the plate, Ryan Healy. And the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. First delivery to him on the way. And the slider stayed low apparently for a ball. One-oh count. Here it is. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Looking at strike 2, a fastball that catches the inside corner. No score here as we play inning number 2. Two and two now with 2 away and the base is empty.
Well, 2 straight fastballs inside haven't put him away, so now it'll be interesting to see what he turns to.
Two and two count. Here it comes. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now. Oh, and he lets him off the hook there as this isn't even close for ball 4.
Well, that was a slider in a 3-2 count, and it just didn't tempt him enough to get a good swing. A good job of pitch recognition and knowing the strike zone to draw the free pass there.
Here's Matt Joyce now. And there you see his righty-lefty splits and how they've played out so far this season. There's a fastball to start him off, but that misses for ball 1. A runner on first with 2 away. And this is drifting foul back into the stands. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1 and 2.
Beautifully thrown splitter right there. High 80s, down in the zone. Looks like a fastball coming in, and then it just drops off the table. You can get a lot of swinging strikes with that.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3. The A's strand 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. He went deep in the contest last night.
Third baseman, Evan Longoria.
Into the windup and the pitch. First pitch of the inning misses here to the cleanup man. It's 1-0.
That's that controversial pitch right there. It's in the zone, should be called a strike by the book, but it's not a strike in baseball, not in the big leagues anyway.
Longoria waiting on the 1-0. And here's a fastball in for strike 1. 91 miles an hour that time. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. The knee buckler, and he swings and misses at it.
Now that's when you know it's a good pitch. He broke off a really nice breaking ball down in the zone right there, and even though this is one of the best hitters around, he waved right through it.
Ball hit high to the right side, but this will get into the seats. Foul. Now another 1-2. Takes this the other way to right. Now a dive in right, but he can't haul it in, and now this is going to be big trouble out there.
He's around second now, and they still haven't gotten to this thing.
And he will make it all the way to third now, as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
And that's the chance you take when you lay out for a ball like that. You make the play and you're a hero in the highlight shows. You miss it and you're picking yourself up and chasing after it.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. He enters play 6th in the American League in the batting race. He's set, and the pitch. A fastball down near the shoe tops. One and 0 pitch on the way. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike one. A runner in scoring position with none out. And a good swing there, as this is deep down the line in right, but this is going to wind up out of play. Working for the punch out and the offering. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Now a fastball runs inside and drills him. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Well, this home crowd didn't like this guy on the mound before, but now they really don't like him. He's gotten the faithful all worked up by hitting one of their best hitters early on in this game, and you can bet he's really going to hear it if he comes around to score.
Settling in now, Steven Souza. Lifetime against Jesse Hahn. 1 for 3. Here comes the first pitch. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one.
Well, he's got himself in a little bit of a jam right here, Matt. He's got 2 on, nobody out. Look, I want to get a double play ball. Just pitch the contact, get the double play here.
Runners at the corners here, nobody out. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout, or are you still looking for the double play ball?
Well, Matt, I think a lot of that depends on the type of pitcher that you are. If you're a power pitcher, you can go ahead and ride a fastball up in the zone, but if you're a guy that induces a lot of ground balls with a sinker, I think you have to stick with that plan.
Way outside. 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone and let it break out of the zone where it can't be punished. Didn't get him to go after it, but the execution was nice.
Runners are at first and third with none out. Seared down the first baseline. He'll go to the bag for 1. Throw back to second, and that's a double play. Here's Cody Ashe, and you can see his home road splits there. He has not fared very well in front of the home crowd, oddly enough. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. Hahn into the windup. Here's the 0-1. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Another 1-2 delivery. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low.
Seems like he's thrown everything at him, the kitchen sink, and he just fouled him off. So he tried to throw something right there and make him chase, and he didn't. So I don't know where he goes from here.
And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
Wow, these guys are really grinding out their at-bats in this one. They're not making any outs easy to get. And that, of course, is having a huge impact on the pitch count.
And he misses ball 4.
Batting 8th, first baseman, Tim Beckham.
So striding in, Tim Beckham. Not the shiniest of batting average as he comes in hitting down in the 220s for the year. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. There's a breaking ball over the outer half. A 1 pitch on its way. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. The 2-1 home to Beckham. And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Coming to the plate now, Stephen Vogt. Mano-a-mano against Nady Eovaldi. He's gone 4 for 9.
Vogt.
And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1.
That's a nice spot for a pitcher down there below the knees, but I think that call is a little bit low.
The windup and the 0-1. High in the air out to center field. Weeks on the move. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. And with that, we'll give you a quick look at our current standings in the AL East. Digging in for his second at-bat, Rajai Davis. A base hit in his first trip. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Well, he is working fast, and he wants that quick inning, just throwing a lot of strikes. Right now, 0-1. Again, I think he comes right after him and makes him swing the bat.
1 out, nobody on. Swing and a line drive, but that's a foul ball. Ready with the 0-2. And a neck-high fastball that time.
Well, it looks like he tried to waste one and get him to chase it. He didn't, but you're still sitting pretty. Now you're 1-2, and you showed him the high fastball.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Sliced hard, but foul. Look out over there. And another foul ball.
This is just great pitching. They start him off with the slider to get the strike, and then they bust him in with a fastball. I don't know what he's thinking up there, but they really are messing with his mind right now.
Here he comes again, 1-2. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
I think that's one of the toughest calls for an umpire to make. The check swing appeal. Hitters rarely feel like they went, and I don't think he likes getting rung up there by the first base umpire. But looking at it, it's hard to say for sure that he didn't go around.
Into the box now, Trevor Plouffe, as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Fouled straight back. 2 out, nobody on. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1.
On 0-2, you'll sometimes get a guy to chase a fastball out of the zone away or up, but when it's way down like that, it's much easier to lay off because you can tell the ball is moving further away from eye level as it comes in.
Ready on 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. They're down 1-0. At the plate, Ricky Weeks. Couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night.
Fielder, Ricky Weeks.
Into the windup and the pitch. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. The big curveball just misses apparently. Ball 2. Too high. And it's 3-0.
Well, knowing the threat this guy poses if he gets on base, I think the next pitch should be a challenge pitch. You don't want to give guys that can run a free chance to cause havoc out there, especially the leadoff guy.
And a good comeback there. It's 3-1. Fastball right back to the mound. And he'll flip on to first to record the out.
The batter, number 5, shortstop, Matt Duffy.
Ready for another chance? Matt Duffy. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Low for ball 1. And this is fouled back and out of play. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit the target, but this is low. 2-1. Here's the pitch. Hit out towards second. Played on the backhand. Throw gets him. 2 down.
The batter, number 13, second baseman, Brad Miller.
Striding in once again, Brad Miller. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch of the at bat. In there for strike 1. 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit hard to short. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Rays go in order 1, 2, 3, but they lead it 1-0. Digging in to try it again, Chris Davis. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Chris Davis.
first pitch of the at-bat on its way. Leaves a slider up high, but it's taken for a strike. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Davis waits on the 1-1. And this is going to be a foul ball. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. A fastball that just misses inside.
What good inside fastball right there. Trying to tie the hitter up, trying to keep him from getting those arms extended. A pitcher's pitch.
Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
Well, they haven't had a lot of offense in this game. Right now, though, you got 3 balls here. Maybe this will be the leadoff walk that gets things going for them.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out. So after getting the strikeout on the fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our 2 starters. And whoa, you see the big number. How about 99 for a top speed? Not too many guys around the league can match that. At the plate, Marcus Semien comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
Tell you what, I'm already taking inventory in the 4th inning here, Matt. His secondary pitch has really been effective. He's used it well. He's getting a lot of good results from it. I just wonder if they're going to make an adjustment as the game continues.
To short. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Mark Canha.
Coming to the plate now, Mark Canha. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Into the windup and the pitch. Tough slider over the inside corner for a strike.
Matt, I don't know if you know this, but less than 60% of his first pitches have been for a strike. And he's still having a good game. I don't know what he's doing. They just haven't been able to figure him out.
The windup and the 0-1. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck.
He's not messing around this inning. He's attacking the zone. He's showing lots of confidence. He's 0-2 on this hitter after having 2 quick outs. Nice job.
And a fastball just a bit high. Trying to send him packing for the second time. And here's a ball lifted back toward the stands in right, so we'll try it again at 1-2. Slider stayed too low, ball 2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Ready with another 2-2. Hit hard to the right side. Backhanded. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. A's are gone in order. It remains 1-0. Stepping into the box, Corey Dickerson. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Corey Dickerson.
Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike 1. Now a fastball off the plate away. A ball and a strike.
Hey, that's not a bad pitch right there. That two-seamer moving away from a left-handed hitter. Didn't get the strike, but I like the idea behind the pitch.
1-1. Here it comes. And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Now the pitch. 2-1 pitch is a fastball off the plate away, and it's 3-1 now.
This is one of those rare hitters counts we've seen in this game. They're just having a difficult time getting it going.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th.
That leadoff walk is a great way to start this inning when you're looking to pad the lead. Could be the beginning of good things here in this half inning.
At the plate, Evan Longoria. He scored after tripling in his first plate appearance. What's he got in store for us here? '50th pitch of the game on its way. Fastball too high to start him out here. 1-0.
A lot of times you'll see the take sign after 5 straight balls to start the inning, but with the middle of the order up at the plate here, I wouldn't be surprised if he's turned loose. Just has to be the right pitch to hack at.
Longoria waiting on the 1-0. Here's a breaking ball that falls in there for a strike to even things at 1-1.
Well, I like that, taking that strike right there. Look, he's already walked a couple guys early. He's not throwing the ball consistently in the zone. You have to be patient and make him work.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. A little bit outside. 2-1.
Sometimes you got to be aggressive offensively, but sometimes you just let the pitcher dig his own grave. Patience and discipline seem to be the way to go right here.
The 2-1 on its way. He's fallen behind now. 3-1.
Well, he walked the first batter of the inning. Now he finds himself down 3-1 count. I tell you what, he's in danger right here. Got to throw strikes and get back in this thing, because walking and bad counts adds up to a big inning for the offense.
Ready on 3-1. Here it comes. Drilled to the left side. Oh, look at Blue. To second for one. On to first, and they turn the double play.
Nice job on the mound to bounce back from the leadoff walk. Those are usually pretty costly, but that won't be the case this time after the 2-ball.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. Hit hard towards the hole. And he'll turn and fire a desperation throw to first. And from deep in the hole, he got him. What a play, and that ends the inning. Off of one leg, in the hole, falling away. That is pure magic. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Striding into the box, Adam Rosales. He'll start things out as we begin the 5th.
Rosales.
Here's the first pitch to him. And he misses inside with that one. Ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. And he comes back with one in there for a high strike. Now the pitch. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Ashe has a read on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
The batter, the designated hitter, Ryan Healy.
Next in at the plate is Ryan Healy. Reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. First delivery to him on the way. There's a fastball right over the inside corner. The 0-1 delivery. And a good swing there as this is deep down the line in right, but this is going to wind up out of play. Ready with the 0-2. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. Just 1 hit apiece for both of these clubs. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
Here's Matt Joyce now. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
Low with the splitter, ball 1.
That was a pretty good pitch on a pitch he doesn't throw very often, or I should say hasn't used in this game, that's for sure. That was a good pitch.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And a fastball just a bit up.
Remember, he was a strikeout victim last time up, but this at bat seems to be a totally different direction. He's showing good patience now, and he's got a real good count at 2-0.
3-0 now. Stephen Vogt would be next. Taking all the way, and it's 3-1 now.
Well, he made a nice adjustment. That was a nice pitch right there, 3-0. Now puts the count 3-1. That was the same pitch he threw 2-0 and missed on it and got ball called.
Here it is on 3-1. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
If you're able to locate your fastball like that, you're going to have a good game. I'm not surprised to look up and say he's having a good game right now because he's been spotting that fastball pretty good most of the game.
No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far.
And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. They still trail 1-0. Striding in, Steven Souza. 0 for 1 with a run batted in thus far.
Right fielder, Steven Souza.
First delivery to him on the way. Slapped hard the opposite way. He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out. Well, that's why they call baseball a game of inches.
Yeah, you're right, Matt. He showed some serious hops, but not serious enough. He goes up high for it with the good leap, but he just can't bring it in, and that allows him to cruise into second with a good piece of hitting.
First pitch of the at-bat. Cody Ashe will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Ready on 0-2. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul.
1 run, 2 hits, and no errors for Tampa Bay so far.
And he looks at a ball, 1-2. sent on the ground out to second. Rosales comes up with it. Throw on to first by Rosales gets him. One gone.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Ready now, Tim Beckham. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch on its way. And he just misses with a curveball.
Looked like he was trying to work in a front door curveball there, but it seemed like it popped out of his hand a little early, causing it to miss inside.
Here it comes, 1-0. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. A man at third with one away. And this is in the air now, out to left. Davis has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. Play at the plate, and he's out. A great throw. Rays held in check here, but they're up 1-0. Striding in once again, Stephen Vogt. He'll start things out in their half of the sixth as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. One hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Now the pitch. And this is fouled back and out of play. A fastball down near the shoe tops. The 2-1 on its way. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
Down by a run, your guy needs to get on any way he can. His mentality has to be to shrink this strike zone to like the size of a soup can. No reason to swing at a pitcher's pitch.
Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter is aboard to start the 6th.
Well, they haven't been able to scratch a run across yet, so maybe this walk will jumpstart their offense a little bit.
Digging in once again, Rajai Davis. A hit in 2 tries so far. Here comes the first pitch. Now a ground ball for Longoria. This could be 2. The second for 1. On to first to complete the double play.
Well, they got the tying run on base, but one ground ball later, and it's gone. He's going to be frustrated with himself after that.
Here's Trevor Plouffe standing in. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. 2 out, nobody on. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. And a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. Nothing doing there for the A's. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Digging in to try it again.
And
Ricky Weeks comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
And we see some action in the A's bullpen now. It's both a left-hander and a righty that start to loosen up.
Here's a cold strike about thigh high. 0-1. Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, but for him, Matt, he's more of a pitch to contact kind of guy, and obviously it's working so far, and the way he pitches, it really keeps his pitch count down.
Hard on the ground towards short. Simeon's got it. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
The batter number 5, shortstop, Matt Duffy.
Ready for another shot now. Matt Duffy. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Into the windup and the pitch. And that one stayed too low apparently. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Takes a high fastball for a strike. 1 out, nobody on. Here's a swing and a high pop up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. And he'll put this away for the 2nd out.
The batter number
That's
13,
exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Standing in now, Brad Miller. As he'll take a look at ball 1. No hits to this point. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Joyce racing back, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
As we take a look at this one, you can see he puts a good swing on it, but I don't think he got it just enough to put some backspin to get it out of here. But hard to complain about a well-hit double, though.
Stepping in now, Corey Dickerson, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. It was a walk in his last trip. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. This one's chopped foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. And this one's in the dirt. And a nice job to keep the runners at bay as the count moves to 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. Looking for the K. Here's the pitch. Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. On to the back third tonight. Stick around on the show. Back here at Tropicana Field in St. Pete. We're in the 7th with the Rays out in front, and let's get you caught up with our game summary for the first 6 innings. From the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
43, Danny Farquhar.
Here's Chris Davis now. Third trip to the plate is on tonight. 0 for 2 at this point.
The left fielder number 2, Chris Davis.
And action now in the Tampa Bay pen as it looks like a right-hander's begun to get loose. And that misses, ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Well, he's got a nice count, 2-0. I know he's looking for something to hit here, but hey, a walk wouldn't hurt you either. Down late in the game, base runners don't hurt.
3-0 now.
Well, this is not how he wanted to come into this game out of the bullpen. The leadoff man of the inning, he finds himself down 3-0 in count. He's got to take a deep breath, refocus, and get back in this game.
Now here's the pitch. And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
Man, that's a tough one to swallow. You're hanging on to a slim lead, and the last thing you want to do is give up a leadoff walk. Seems like those are the ones that always come back to haunt you. So we'll see if that's the case here.
Ready once again, Marcus Semien. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Ball 1.
1-0.
Ready with the 1-0. And a fastball just a bit up. Two 2-0 pitch on the way. There's a strike. It's 2-1.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A cold strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
A runner at first with no outs here. And this is on the inside edge, perhaps off the inside edge, but it's a called strike. 2-2 now. From the belt, the pitch, and a fastball runs in a bit too close for comfort that time.
A lot of times you see guys in the middle of the order get worked away, but not right here. They're keeping it inside on him.
And he looks at a cold strike 3 as the cut fastball's in there, and that's out number 1.
Really important time for a strikeout there, guys. Tying run at first, so objective number 1 is stranding him on base, and now with 1 out, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that run.
Striding in, Mark Canha. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. First pitch on its way. Lays off 1-0.
1 ball, no strikes.
Here comes the 1-0. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Runners on first with 1 down. And this is low, ball 2. 2-1.
Well, it's 2-1 now, and we haven't seen a fastball from him in this at bat yet. As a hitter, you've probably got to sit on that right now.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
No reason to sit on anything other than hard stuff in a location you like and drive it right now.
Here it is on 3-1. And he missed with it. Ball 4. So that means now the potential tying run will move into scoring position at second.
Wow, you know he's not happy with that call. When it crossed the plate, it sure looked like a strike to me. Seemed to catch a ton of the plate. That's a tough way to give up a walk, but he's got to put it behind him now.
Corey Rasmus comes on to pitch here with one man gone in the top of the seventh.
Corey Rasmus.
Adam Rosales will be his first assignment here as he'll face him with runners at first and second and one gone. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Curveball just misses apparently. 1-0. 1 out with the possible tying and go-ahead runs on base here. And he looks at a changeup in there. 1-1.
Great spot with that pitch down and away. He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep hitting that spot.
Ground ball left side. And that's through into left, a base hit. Throw comes in quickly now, so that tying run will be forced to hold on at third here, still with only one away.
Well, that one's going to load the bases up. They held the runner up. They're really looking for a big inning right here, trying to get a big strike out of the next two hitters coming up.
In now, Ryan Healy. As he'll take a look at the pitch too low, it's ball one. And he's in a great spot. Tying run at third with a chance for a ball into the outfield to give his guys the lead. Here it comes, 1-0. And he will deliver one of the biggest at-bats of the night. It's a base hit. And the tying run is in to score from third. It's 1-1.
I love the late inning at bats when you come up clutch right there. Big hit, tie this game.
Into the box, Matt Joyce. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Outside at 94, 1 ball and 1 strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. A fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss.
We are watching him reach back and just challenge it with the fastball. Now we got a 1-2 count, and that's 3 fastballs in a row.
A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here.
Wow, talk about frustrating. Not what you want to do with the bases loaded. A simple pop-up, and nothing productive comes out of that.
Standing in now, Stephen Vogt, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball one. It was a walk in his last trip. From the belt, the pitch. Now it's 2-0.
Putting himself in a pretty bad situation now on 2-0, and the base is loaded. He basically doesn't have much of an option but to challenge him right here.
2 out, bases loaded. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he will touch them all on the grand slam. Number 10 for him on the year. And it's suddenly a 5-1 ball game.
Oh, doctor, the swing they were expecting and looking for. They got the grand slam when they needed it most, late in the innings. And I tell you, they got a chance now to hold on to win this game. If that grand slam holds up, I'm sure they'll be talking about that for a long time in these parts of the country.
The center fielder, number 11, Rajay Davis.
Here's Rajay Davis now. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. The 1-0 delivery. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
This inning really feels like it's getting away from him out there. As a reliever, you can't let that happen. Nothing you can do about what's already happened, and it's only going to get worse if you're not focusing on the guy in the batter's box.
Here he comes on 2-0. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
Oh, and that was a big mistake right there. This guy might be their best base stealing threat in the lineup, so now he's got a chance to move into scoring position without even putting the ball into play.
Ready for another chance? Trevor Plouffe. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball. 2 out with the man at first. And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball 2. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Well, this has been a long inning already, and I know he doesn't want it to get any longer. I expect a challenge pitch right here.
He's set. Here's the 3-0. There's a fastball right over the inside corner. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But a foul ball, and it's full now at 3-2.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Sliced hard but foul. Look out over there. A runner on first with 2 away. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Ashe is there to put it away and finally put an end to the inning.
Ladies and gentlemen,
so they put up a big number in the inning as 5 crossed the plate. And this was the biggie here, the grand slam home run. Get up and stretch. It's the A's 5, the Rays 1. In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. Due up are the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Yeah, only 1 run on the board so far for them. They just haven't had consistently good at bats.
First delivery to him on the way. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Hit hard but fouled as this ends up over by the first base dugout. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Hit hard up the middle. That's through, and he's now 2 for 3 in this one. So it's a good start to the inning for the Rays as their leadoff hitter is aboard.
Well, we've always known this guy was a good hitter. You knew he was going to come out of it eventually. Here's another multi-hit game. It's not one hit that gets you out of it, but the multi-hit game. Maybe this is the signs of things to come.
At the plate, Wilson Ramos. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch on its way. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
Well, with the leadoff man getting on right there, Matt, they are falling so far behind. They have to capitalize. They have to get some runs to get back in this thing.
7th inning here in a 5-1 ball game. In there at the knees, 0-2 now.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one, that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and it's just about every at bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
Ready with the 0-2. And a neck-high fastball that time. The 1-2 pitch. Now a swing and a hard hit grounder. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Nobody out, runner on first. Slowly hit to first. I don't think they can get two. There's one, but no real shot at two as he's safe easily at first.
Hey, that's a really difficult turn for a first baseman when you have to come get the ball, make a strong, accurate throw. So you need two good throws, not an easy double play to complete.
Into the box now, Steven Souza, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. The 0-1 pitch. Hit sharply on the ground. A step on the bag for one. On to first. It's a double play as their woes continue. The inning is over. Nothing doing for Tampa. They're down here 5-1. Tommy Hunter has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 49, Tommy Hunter.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Chris Davis. He'll have a new pitcher waiting for him as we begin their half of the 8th. On to the 8th now as the first pitch is a fastball that's looked at for ball one.
Well, that two-seam fastball ran a little too much off the plate, but now that sets him up to work with something away and maybe even an off-speed pitch.
The 1-0 delivery. Out of play off to the right. It's 1-1.
That's a big fastball, obviously, and we're going to see this reliever throw it a lot.
And he takes ball two, and it's 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field, and he's going to make the catch on the warning track. A fine running play there for the first out.
The batter, number 10, shortstop, Marcus Semien.
So stepping in, Marcus Semien, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one. 0-1 count, and the pitch. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck.
Well, he is just being way too aggressive and not staying with the ball in his zone. He's already got 2 strikeouts, and he comes up there and swings this one out of the zone. Not a good game so far.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. At third, Longoria. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Now batting, First baseman, Mark Canha.
So now it's Mark Canha. He's 0 for 2 with a walk thus far. Into the windup and the pitch. Curveball that time, not even close. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And he misses. 2-1.
That one missed, but if it's a strike, I don't know how you get the barrel of that pitch. You have to really be sitting on it to hit a fastball coming in that hard on the inside part of the plate.
Can't find the zone there, and it's 3-1.
3 balls and no strikes.
Hard hit at third. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So they breeze through this half of the inning. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Oakland is on top in this one, 5-1. Liam Hendricks is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
31, Liam Hendricks.
Here's Cody Ashe. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
For the Rays, center fielder Cody Ashe.
Hit to third. On to first, and a great play there by the A's third baseman. And as a legendary Bay Area voice may have said, holy Toledo. Looks like a right-hander's gotten up to throw now in the Oakland pen. In now, Tim Beckham, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. The 1-0 delivery. Takes a knee-high fastball.
What a great adjustment. The high fastball in the first one didn't have a good release point. The next one he's able to put it on the corner, correcting himself as the at-bat goes on. I love it.
1-1. Here it comes. And that misses. 2-1.
When you've got a guy that throws a good two-seam fastball, you have to be ready for him to try to run it inside and jam you. Good job to lay off that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner. Here's the pitch on 2-2. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out.
Hey, it's not that easy to make a good hitter look that bad, but that's what happens when you can bring that fastball and ride it in on the inner half of the plate right there. You can get some pretty ugly swings.
Striding into the box, Ricky Weeks. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. In his career against this pitcher, 2 for 3. Ripped down the first base line, but a foul ball. 1-1. Way outside, nearly to the backstop. 2-1.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
Line toward the gap in left center, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
That ball's right in his wheelhouse. You may as well take out a tee, set the ball right there, and say hit it as hard as you can, because that's what he did.
Duffy.
Stepping in, Matt Duffy. And Dan, this could be a real make or break situation at this point in the game.
Yeah, Matt, at least scoring one run in this inning is so important to them to possibly get back into this thing. Baseball doesn't have a clock, but you only have 27 outs to work with. They're running out of those pretty quick.
First offering on its way. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. 1 left for Tampa. They're down 5-1. Nighttime here in the Tampa Bay St. Pete area as we welcome you back for the 8th in this one on the show. Digging in and looking for more, Adam Rosales. He'll be charged with trying to get on board leading off the 9th. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike 2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Oh, and he's caught looking at a beautiful curveball there as that buckled him for the first out of the inning.
Big curveball for the strikeout there, and that came after an absolute missile of a fastball. Even if you recognize the breaking ball out of the pitcher's hand, it's so hard for hitters to sit back long enough after they've seen a really good fastball. Only the best can keep their hands back on those.
Next in at the plate is Ryan Healy, as he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike 1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Goodness. 0-2 now.
Wow, not sure what that was, but talking about having your mind made up you're going to swing before the pitcher even throws a pitch. I don't know how you swing at that pitch.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. That misses. 1-2.
Wow, kind of an interesting pitch call there. The batter flailed at the pitch away on the previous one, so you'd think you'd go right back there, but instead they decided to come in, make him prove he can adjust before you do.
And he stays alive as this is grounded foul.
Well, he's out in front of that breaking ball right there. Not surprised. I was after that fastball. Nice job of pitching, kind of keeping him off balance.
Here's another 1-2. Squared that one up just a little late. Again, a 1-2. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Here's another 2-2. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
That strikeout was a real good example of a pitcher continuing to make a guy chase out of the zone. When you recognize a hitter is in protect mode, you don't have to come inside the strike zone. You can just expand further and further until he literally can't touch it.
Here's Matt Joyce now, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. The windup and the 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Down the first baseline to his left, Beckham, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. A's are gone in order. They're up 5-1. Daniel Colon, a little 5'10" southpaw, comes in out of the bullpen to do the pitching.
Daniel Colon.
At the plate, Brad Miller. And Dan, he and his fellow top of the order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action. And they just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
In there, no balls and a strike.
Objective number 1 right here is finding a way to get on base. So I'm not surprised to see him taking on the first pitch there.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Ball chopped foul here at the plate, and he's behind 0-2. Ready with the 0-2. In under the hands with a fastball. It's 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of the zone. 1 out.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and it backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Corey Dickerson comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. The 0-1 delivery. Sent on the ground out to second, and that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit.
That ball was down below the zone, and he still stayed with it and drove it back up the middle.
Number 3, Evan Longoria.
Now batting, Evan Longoria. 2 for 3 for him so far, including a triple. And that misses inside. 1-0. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now.
Now with the 2-0 count and the power at the plate, it could be fireworks time. This is the kind of count he makes his money in.
Ready with the 2-0 pitch. And this pitch is inside, and he can't find the zone all of a sudden. 3-0.
This is what's frustrating at times. You know, he's got a big lead, got a 4-run lead, and then he comes out and doesn't throw strikes. Look, this thing can evaporate real quick if he doesn't throw strikes.
He's set. Here's the 3-0. Taking all the way, and that's what you call a plausible strike there. It's 3-1 now. And the good fastball there finds the zone as the count goes full now. 3-2.
I think it's a real possibility that they put that runner on first in motion. That would help them stay out of that double play that would end the inning, but that's also kind of risky at the same time.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Now a ball hit pretty well to the left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. The next 3-2. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Runner on first in a double play situation, so you expect to see a lot of pitches down in the zone. So I think that pitch up right there was a good one. Obviously, the double play is more efficient, but you're always going to take a K when you're on the mound.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos, as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Ready with the 0-1. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. 2 out with the man at first. Very weakly on the ground. That's a foul ball. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball. Two out, 2 strike offering. Here it is. And he'll put this one away. And with that, the ball game is over.
You know, it's always nice to get that first one under your belt when you start a 4-game series on the road. Takes a little bit of the wind out of the sails of the guys in their home dugout and gives you confidence to come back and do it again tomorrow.
Tonight's game comes to an end. 5-1 the final score. The Oakland A's come out on top for their 30th victory. Jesse Hahn earns win number 7 on the season. So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click on over to theshownation.com.
Here now is our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Athletics. 5 runs on 4 hits. No errors. They left 3 men on base. For the Rays, 1 run on 6 hits. No errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 45 minutes. Again, we remind you for your next trip to Tropicana Field that all vehicles with 4 or more passengers receive free parking all season long. Also, a reminder that extra PSTA buses for routes 18, 32, and 74 can be picked up outside the stadium.